Welcome to Redvee TV, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2021 season. And the champions are back. A-Star is back on board, supporting us, making this magic happen. And we're here. It's been a long time, Kevin.
It has. Magic is a stretch, but it has been a long time. Good to be back. Late start to the season, isn't it? With a later end to last season. But yeah, the start of the back-to-back champions run.
It is indeed. And how many years is it now, Kevin? 66 years, is it?
66 years? What? Have you ever seen a Wyo in the league?
No, since you had that haircut.
Oh, here he goes. No, I've got no hair. Well, for someone who's not got hair on top anyway, going up around the sides.
We just need to redistribute it either to the front of your head or to the top of mine.
Yeah, that's it. It's a bit close to the wood, that, Dave. What's going on there?
It was a mistake. I went to shave it at the weekend. A nice, normalish length. And the blade fell off as I hit my head. And I had a square patch here. So it all had to go. And it's very, very cold.
You look like a snooker ball covered in iron filings.
Well, I'm glad we're not having these like an early January season start because I would be feeling it. But we have to talk about the man of the moment, the man of the year, the testimonial year of the one and only Tommy Makinson.
Yeah, someone who should be celebrated, a player who should be a household name across the land, not just in rugby league circles, across the land. One of the toughest, most athletic players in Super League. Highlight reels should be set round him. Super League kind of marketing should be set round the likes of Tommy Makinson. Listen, you pay admission money to see Tommy Makinson's finishing, to see his play, to see his influence on Saints. And yeah, it's right and good that he's got his testimonial coming up.
It is, and you know what? You know when you see these filler shows that they make of rugby league, and they'll slot in every other week for like a 15-20 minute period to fill a gap. Why haven't they made a Tommy Makinson try scoring efforts one? Is it because they wouldn't have enough time to fit them all in?
Possibly. Well, that's it. You think about things like that. And not just Makinson. I mean, I know we're talking about him because it's his testimonial, but the likes of Tom Johnson, it'd be perfect for it, wouldn't it? But yeah, you're right. I mean, the amount of finishes that Makinson, absolutely unreal finishes as well, by the way, has had over his career. It'd be a perfect little filler programme, wouldn't it?
It would. But what we will be watching in a couple of weeks is Tommy's testimonial game. It will be available on the R League app for just £5 if you buy in advance. I think it goes up a little bit on the day, but obviously you're not going to be missing this one. So the earlier you purchase, the better. Make sure it's booked in on that calendar. Saturday, March the 13th, and kick off 6 p.m.
Yeah, and a £5, I think, is good value. You think about watching one of the pre-season games, and people will be put off by prices, whether it be like 15, 20 quid in or whatever. A family of four going, and all of a sudden you're looking at possibly 50 quid and the likes to get in. Whereas this, for a £5, you're in the comfort of your own home. You've not got to go and wait at the bar for anything. You've not got to go and use the toilets there. You've got your own home comforts.
You've not got to be freezing after 35 minutes at a January friendly, and you wonder why you've actually bothered. Because you can't feel your toes.
If you wanted to, you could open the windows, go and stand in the kitchen for 20 minutes waiting for a drink, and just really relive the match experience. But why would you do that? Listen, a £5 for whoever's in your house to watch that, whether it be a family of four or just a couple of you on your own, I think that's great value.
Yeah. And do you know what? The other day, Kevin, the ice cream man pops up outside my house. I go out to him.
Here we go.
Kid's mad for it. I go out to him. I get a tub of ice cream, sprinkles on, not even any raspberry sauce. My little girl does get like a strawberry sundae, and a fake white Magnum, not a real one, a fake one. £7.50. £7.50. You could get the Tommy Makinson testimonial and have change. Extortionate £7.50. I got in the house. I didn't buy myself one because I'm not paying that price. I'm sorry. So I'm thinking, oh, my little lad, he's got a tub. The ice cream's not that big in there. And I'm thinking, he's not going to finish that. I'll have a bit of that at the end. And he walloped it.
Good. Well, you are one of the tightest men I know, but nonetheless.
But that shows what incredibly good value this game is.
It does show what incredibly good value this game is.
But you know what? I was listening to Talk Sport the other day, and they were talking about goal scorers in football, and they were saying like, you were usually either a scorer of great goals or a great goal scorer. Tommy Makinson is one of them men who does both, and there's not many in many sports who consistently score or score worldies, essentially.
Yeah. Well, that's it. He's definitely helped by kind of us shifting the focus of our attack to not always going left as well. I think it was a running joke a couple of years ago how we kept on going left and left and left, and obviously he's reaping the benefits of us being more balanced and a more all-round team, isn't he? I was just thinking back. I've just had a quick look at the Saints Heritage Society site. Just my first memory of Tommy Makinson playing as well. I mean, I say that as if I was a kid when he made his debut, but he made his debut in 2010, so I'd have been 30 at the time, or at least 29, 30 at the time. But I remember him coming on, I think it was against Wakefield, and I don't know if it was an interception, but he pretty much went 70, 80 metres when we were playing at Widnes. This was, and you thought, who's this kid with pace here? We didn't have any pace in the team. Who's this kid with pace? Oh, he's got promise. He's got promise. And listen, he's fully delivered that, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's probably had a dream career for the club. And do you know what? Usually you're looking at players when they get to like a testimonial year and you're thinking, oh, they've not got long left. He's got years left in him.
Yeah. Yes, he has. And listen, I'm not entirely sure that he would move positions, but because he can run the ball like a second row forward, would it surprise you if in his last year or two he didn't kind of move into the middle and get through a bit more work if we had a good young up-and-coming winger through who could do with the likes of a Tommy Makinson in the team to kind of give him some pointers and him learn off, but Tommy Makinson kind of does a lot of hard work, maybe as a ball handling second row.
He'd be dangerous. But we will talk Tommy Makinson's testimonial further in a match preview in coming weeks. But the other, actually, Kev, last thing before we go, who's that league player?
Don't know.
Neither do I.
Is it Liam Hood?
I don't know. The fixtures are out.
Quickly move on from that. Not interested.
No, we're coming back to that. That's next up. The fixtures are out. Saints start off at Headingley on the 26th of March against the Salford Red Devils. A rematch of the 2019 Grand Final. Now, that does seem a long time ago.
It does.
Obviously, the fixtures aren't at home to begin with. Obviously, they're on neutral territory. But Saints get a really tough away fixture up in round 2, away to Hull KR, which is going to be a real tough slog of a journey for us.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute kicker, isn't it? Travelling all the way over to the Totally Wicked for that one. Hull KR, I always think it's a tough place to go. I know we've probably had the better of them over the past couple of years over there, but it's still one of them grounds that when the fans are vocal and kind of making that atmosphere intimidating, it's it can be a horrible place to go, and I've seen us turned over there plenty of times. But yeah, listen, that's a good one to get out the way on our home patch. The Salford game, that'll be interesting. Richard Marshall, the new head coach, he's going to kind of be well aware of where our threats are going to come from. It's just stopping them, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And when you look at the fixtures, the way they've been lined up, Salford, Hull KR, Wakefield, Huddersfield, Leeds, Salford, and then Catalan, we've seemed to have done well in the way the fixtures have been structured. So hopefully by the time fans are allowed back in the ground in round 8, the big games are coming up and you'll get bigger crowds in the stadium. So Saints have done pretty well out of that. And you have to say it can't really come round quick enough.
What do you mean Saints have done pretty well out of it?
Well, the home fixtures we actually lose are Salford twice and Wakefield. When it comes down to the home fixtures, we're going to get big games against Hull FC, Warrington, Wigan, etc.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. I thought you meant, because listen, there's some tough games in there. Hull KR pushed us close last year when we played them. I think it was a drop. Was it a Theo Fard's drop goal? My mind's gone. My memory's gone of last season, apart from that last couple of seconds in the grand final.
I've got two memories of last season, Kev. Being awful at Castleford in the last game that fans were allowed into, and then about the last 30 seconds of the grand final. Which is pretty much all you need. Which is pretty much all you need to know, isn't it? We weren't great at the start, but we were bloody fantastic at the end.
Exactly. But that's it. Huddersfield, new coach there as well. And I think they've got a bit of a lighter pack, a more mobile pack. Possibly need something different up front to make them real contenders. But Ian Watson's starting a little bit of a turnover of players there and getting the type of squad that he wants. So there are some potentially tough fixtures there. I mean, we didn't start brilliantly last year. We did okay, and then kind of went off the rails, and we obviously with the lockdown and games being kind of postponed and put off to the end of the season, that did help us, allowed us to kind of regather ourselves. But that's it. As you say, it's good from a point of view that hopefully fans are in, and I know it won't be full houses, but getting the home fixtures against the big teams might bring some much needed revenue into the club.
Yeah, I think with playing 5 less fixtures as well, essentially in the regular rounds, them fixtures and the points are going to mean a lot more in each game. You're not going to be able to go on a really bad run and know you can make it up at the end. And that more compacted fixture list, you look at the fixtures and every game looks a decent game.
Yeah. Well, that's it. My only kind of thing about the fixtures is, I'm sure I read Matt Shaw, the rugby league journalist, was saying that England are going to play on the 26th or 27th of, was it June? 26th, 27th of June, I think it was.
Yeah, I thought the players were going to miss Castleford. Maybe at the start of July.
Yeah, well, but that's it. But you have a look at the games around there. You've got Hull KR away, Castleford away, Wigan home, Wakefield away, Banana Skin, Wigan, Banana Skin. I don't understand the reasoning. And listen, we need international rugby league to take more of a kind of front foot to grow the game. That's how you grow the game, by making the national. Potentially, I think it's. I just think we could have, this fixture list could have been worked out a hell of a lot better, so that those clubs who are going to have representative players aren't hamstrung by losing 3, 4, 5 players, and other teams might not lose them. Listen, as I say, I just think it could have been done better. I'm sure I've seen on Twitter, people have been sharing that there's the team manager for the Exiles has been advertised, even though the game hasn't been announced yet.
Us?
Well, we could do it.
Let's apply.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll have to do a show. Who'd be in our Exiles team?
Yeah.
Probably that Lee player.
I wouldn't pick any Saints players for it.
But yeah,
I wouldn't pick any Saints players for it.
They're our home fixtures for the season. Pretty much what we discussed. It's going to be strange being back in the ground, isn't it, Kevin? After being away for so long, and you just wonder how normal things will be. I could see masks still being a part of it for a long time to come, and I don't think we're going to get the experience that we've had in previous years. Not straight away, anyway. And I think we're just going to have to be grateful this season about getting back into the ground.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to be one of those that they're going to have to do some kind of ballots, you'd have thought, for people going in. As you say, there's going to be still some distancing. And I know there's all this, the thought of, is it the 21st of June that everything, apparently there'll be no, or that's the aim date for no kind of social distancing and all that. Do I see it happening? I'm sorry, I'm very cautious over it. And I can
you may as well ask you what the lottery numbers are going to be in like the next 4 weeks, because none of us know, do they?
Exactly.
It seems we've always been one step forward and two back. Hopefully, people will still stick to the rules and the plan that's been put in place will work. It looks like the vaccine is doing good, and it's keeping people out of hospital and preventing death. I think the government was saying today.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's devastated a lot of people in this town and in the country as a whole. So we need to be cautious and make sure that we all look after each other when the time comes and we get into them stadiums.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't really add much more to that. That's it. Just look after everybody. Just make sure you're doing right by other people and don't be selfish.
And I think the sermon has been spoken for this evening. I think that's about it, Kev. We will reconvene in the next week or so. We'll start getting our shows more regular as we ramp up to back champions. There's got to be a better saying than that, hasn't it?
Probably. We'll find one.
As we aim for 10 in a row. Why not? Have a goal. Okay. Do you know what? Yeah. I do want to have a big round of applause for the Saints media manager. The work he's been putting the tweets out and the social media of the training and everything else. I have to say, that is phenomenal enthusiasm so far out before the season starts.
Yeah. Yeah, good man. Yeah, that's it. No, this is it. I do feel like, and I'm not going to go on a massive rant here, I do feel like the season ends and rugby league tends to help itself fall off a cliff. Yeah. Listen, you don't want it every hour something coming out, but listen, just keep it bubbling over, keep something there. So the fact that the media team are doing something at Saints has got to be applauded.
Yeah. And do you know what? Last thing I know, I've took the slide off now. That Wigan badge still hasn't got any better, has it?
No.
Atrocious. Right, that will wrap up the show. Kev, thanks for joining us.
Is that part of Elston's legacy? Wigan got a new badge.
Robert Elston did a fine job. I will not hear a bad word said against him.
Said as a true blue.
Yeah.
Right. See you, Dave.
See you, Kev. Have fun. Have a good weekend.
Bye. You too.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep talking rugby on the Redvee forum. Catch you soon.